Hi everybody, Pete here. Just wanted to take a moment to introduce my entry into Freddy's Desert Storm group build. I'm gonna try my hand, first time ever, of creating a diorama based on the BM-21 multiple rocket launcher system with the Marine Corps OV-10 Bronco. Haven't decided yet if I'm gonna have the OV-10 rolling in, dropping ordnance on the BM-21, or if I'll have it in a FAC air roll, vectoring in a Cobra or an A6 or an F-18 or a Harrier or whatever. Haven't quite decided that part yet, but I do know that these two definitely will be in it, and depending on how much time I have available, will determine whether or not a third plane will be added. So the BM-21 is an ICM kit. Both the BM-21 and the OV-10 are 1:72 scale. And it's not a bad looking kit. I've already opened it up and looked at it. It's got some both raised and recessed panel detail. It doesn't have decals for Iraq, but I think I should be able to figure something out for that quite simply enough, even if I'm just make a stencil for some of the Iraqi Arabic writing and put that off onto the side. So there's quite a bit of shouldn't really say quite a bit, but wow, quite a bit of parts for the suspension and transmission. One thing about the ICM kits is their instructions tend not to be all that great. Tend to be sometimes a little tricky to follow. They don't really call out very well what some of the actual attachment points are, so that'll get a little bit challenging in some of the spots. But it looks to be relatively straightforward, although by the time I'm done with this first step, I could tell I'm going to need a break. That's a lot of little stuff to get glued together. Alright, so that's the BM-21. And of course there's the Academy OV-10 Bronco Desert Storm plane. See what she looks like. So, okay. So that's decals for VMO2. Those there. That's for VMO2, Marine Observation Squadron 2. Desert Storm was really the last hurrah for the OV-10 Bronco. In U.S. service, but in Marine service specifically. The plane's not really designed to for survivability in open terrain and in that like you have in Iraq. It did a fine job over Vietnam, where canopy cover from the trees and forests and that helped to provide protection for the plane from air to ground fire, but in the open deserts of Iraq, where it was just wide open for fire, I believe we lost four planes during 4 OV-10s during Desert Storm, mostly to a couple of small arms fire and then a couple to SA-7 type man-portable air defense systems. Oh yeah, this canopy is gonna. It's a 3-part canopy. That's gonna stress me out. I struggle enough with canopies still, trying to get those attached cleanly, and that's going to be tricky. 2 sides and a top. And because it's rolling in, because my plan is to have it rolling in on the BM-21, it's not like I can do a static display with one part of the canopy open. It would be far easier, but that won't work for the display. Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of detail in it, but it's got enough. Yeah, she ought to be fun. And what do we have for ordnance? There's the wings. Recessed detail on the wings. That'll be nice. Alright, so we've got some bombs. Like 82s it looks like. Fuel tanks. Long nose section for the OV-10D. The OV-10D, one of the main differences between the OV-10D and the OV-10A is that longer nose section for some of the extra avionics. There's a flare system that's built right into the nose to give it to make it night observation capable. That's primarily a lot of times what it was when it was used in Iraq was at night. It's relatively quiet airplane, especially compared to a jet. So they would fly that at night. The flare system would let them do the observation, but it would help to protect it from small arms fire because it wouldn't be anywhere near as visible as it would be during the day. So, all right. So there are the kits: OV-10 Bronco and the BM-21. Looking forward to the build. It should be quite a bit of fun. And I'm really looking forward to the opportunity of trying to create my first ever diorama. So we'll see how that works out and how it finishes up. And till the next update, this is Pete. Have a good day. Happy modeling.